Alright, this is video number 2 on this Prius, and you're seeing it through the eye of an infrared camera. And so we're going to see what the charge looks like to try to give you a inside picture look of refrigerant flow and how temperatures changes. So we're going to come over here to the high side and low side lines that you can see right there, and now look at them in the camera. And what we're going to do is we're going to see the temperature change and the color change as the system gets filled. And I'll do another video coming back again because I have to free up my hands and start the car and everything like that. And I'll try to catch the temperature change of the condenser. Right now I kept it a cold condenser so you guys can see the color change as it happens when the compressor starts. So you can follow the flow of high pressure hot discharge gas from the compressor that will happen at the very top of the condenser, and then we'll follow the flow refrigerant path as it takes multi passes going down to the bottom, coming out as a subcooled liquid, going into the liquid line, traveling back to its destination of heading to the expansion valve. So let's open up some refrigerant here. Since we need 470 grams, let's see if I could do this. How am I going to do this? Boy. Okay, this is where a tripod comes in, is necessary. And I'm going to try to do this with one hand. Now, I don't think I'll be able to do this with one hand. Okay, it's time for tripods. And not messing up. So I'm at 0, I need 470, so let's open this up slowly. Damn it. One hand in the camera is not a good thing. Okay, we're going in. You can see how fast it's going in. And we're at 170 now. Let's see our temperatures. You can see the difference between the low side and high side line there. We're getting up there. Okay, I stopped it. 470. Ooh, I almost missed that while I was paying attention to the camera. Okay, so this is not going to work with two hands, a camera, and trying to charge at the same time. Let's see if we see a difference here. The condenser changed color. It is not the same it was before, that's for sure. So you can focus. Right there. You can see the top of the condenser because I filled it through the liquid line. Look at the bottom of the condenser. So what just happened, go back in the video and the condenser was all blue and cold before. I filled it in the high side line right there, right in the high side fitting. The refrigerant flew backwards and went into the condenser, and it flashed up and my camera turned off. It's been on too long. But you got to see the condenser change as the refrigerant went into the system, and the bottom got really dark blue compared to the ambient up above by flashing off refrigerant and getting cold. So this is not going to work without a tripod. This has been shot without any rehearsals, and I don't do video editing. So let's see if I could capture turning the system on, and before the compressor kicks on, I'll have the camera facing at the, hopefully, at the condenser. Let's see how fast I can do this. I don't think I could do it fast enough to run back out there. See, turn it on. So we're turning the system on. Let's see if the AC is off. Make sure it's off. And okay, so AC is off, but let me get a fan going. Nope, no AC. Turn off, no AC. We don't want to mess up my camera shot. Let's get that up there. Let's pull the temperature down. We want it to go as low as it could go. We got fan there. I got all the vents are open. We have it on fresh air mode. So let's see how fast I could do this. Come up here. So look at the temperature. Even though it's silver, it's not the most accurate, but that's about the right temperature, because the temperature of the sheet metal, is 60s. It's bouncing between 66 and 67 because of the reflectivity of the gloss. And a little lower on the condenser, 62, 65. You can see that. Let me pull back. So this is what a far view looks like. And here is our standing pressures. We're near 60, high side and low side equal. So now I'm going to hit the compressor on button. There we go. We are on. Let's see if I can catch this. See the condenser turning hot? And there we go. We're 75, 78, 77, 78. Let me move up a little bit higher on the tubes. 75. And what's our high side pressure reading? Our high side pressure is 73 psi. And it's almost a 1-for-1. 78, 79, 77. The temperature of the actual refrigerant flowing through the tubes. So now let's get over here right to the fitting. If you see this fitting right there, that is the fitting that comes right out of the compressor. So even though this is silver and it's hard to read, you can see how hot it is. And I can tell you for a fact it's hotter than the temperature it's reading. Because it's silver, it throws the temperature off. And I could use my laser and I could guide right onto it and I could get really close. But you do not use and you do not rely on an infrared camera or infrared thermometer to give you accurate temperatures when you're trying to read off of bright silver shiny parts. It will give you a false reading. So as you can see down here, here's the liquid line down below. Let's see what it looks like in the camera. You can see it's nice and toasty and red coming up here. Let's follow the line up, follow the line over, and keep on going. And you can actually see, and you see the blue line right there. That is the suction line right now. You see my center, my crosshairs are on the blue line. That's suction. And that's the high side right there. Because there's the high side switch right there, which you can all see right there. Okay. And as for the compressor, visibility, let me see if I could get that within the camera. Not so great. Yeah, not enough clearance there to get a good shot using the camera. Sorry about that. We can get one line. There's the suction line. You can see how blue and cold it is. And we'll come back here and let's see if I could get an accurate temperature way at the bottom of the outlet as far as I could get. Can't get down here quite right, but I'll get down here as far as I can. Sorry about that, guys. Well, I'm not going to get an accurate temperature using an infrared on shiny aluminum. So you can see it's bouncing around between 72 and 77. And if I come all the way up here to the very top, you can see it's bouncing around between 79 and 74. So you can see there's a rise in difference. But because of the makeup of a condenser and it's shiny aluminum, it really throws you off of what the true temperature is. I know for a fact, right now I'm looking at this and I'm looking at this. It is not 70 some degrees out here right now. Maybe it is. Oh, the temperature has risen. Yeah, since I started these videos, the temperature has risen a few degrees. But as you can see, reading the air temperature off this little thermistor right here. See that little bead? That's the air temperature sensor. follow it up, and there's the outside temperature right now, 66 degrees. That's the outside temperature. And if we look at this hood right here, if I can focus on it, 67, 66, 67, 66 degrees. And that's the temperature, the outside in that hood that has been sitting in this shop. So not a great demo of using the camera. Using two hands and no tripod and not having a clear view doesn't get you everything you need to see. But this is a good example too of how low the high side pressure is. This is normal. This high side pressure is normal. Do not listen to any technician, mechanic, even if he works for Toyota and tells you, oh, we averagely see somewhere around 100 and some PSI. At this ambient temperature, in this condition, this is normal. 76 PSI is a normal high side pressure. So don't listen to the guys with the little whack-off can squirting in a hose tell you they're trying to look for 100 and some PSI on the high side. Because if you do that, you'll be one of the Priuses that come back to a shop with a burnt out compressor or poor performing air conditioning. That's it for this video. Sorry it couldn't be any better than what it was, but I'm not set up for doing editing or using a tripod or anything like that. But it gives you kind of an insight of what you can see with your eyes. See you guys on the next video.